Hi there and welcome to the Barbara Young channel and welcome to my Friday sews. Now I've got a few things made, not a great deal. As I've always said, I'm not a quick sewer, but I have been doing some stuff. The first thing I've been having a go at is an upcycle. Now I did mention not too long ago that I'd got this dress and it's this big long dress that I bought from a charity shop, and it is a handmade, it's a homemade garment, whatever, and it's this one. Only I've already had a go because this is not as long as it used to be. I've already hacked it up. Now what I've done to start with is to make a skirt, which is this skirt, and it is a skirt. What I did is I cut it off and then try to put some shaping in by putting a couple of darts in the back, and I put a pleat in the front as you can see, and I put a zip on the side and then made a waistband to try and do that. So I think what I'll do is I'll put it on and you can have a look. I can show you what it actually looks like. And here we are on skirt. Now it has actually got quite a high waistband. I've got it sat up here right up on my natural waist, which is quite high up, and yeah, it seems to be alright. It's quite a flowy material. I mean, I keep thinking it's a cotton, but I'm wondering if it's actually a poly cotton maybe. I don't really know, I'm not quite sure, but it is quite a lightweight. I thought perhaps it's a cotton lawn, but doesn't quite feel like it to me. I think that it's actually a polycotton. So got to be. I just feel that is what it is. As you can see, I've got this pleat on the front that sits there. I've made it quite roomy. I mean, the width of it at the bottom is as it was in the original garment. So what I've done is try to put some shaping in. On the back with the darts and on the pleat on the front, just to bring it in to the waist size that I want. Now I've made it slightly roomy on this waistband, partly because I do tend to get a bit of a bloated stomach from time to time, so I don't want anything that's really tight on my stomach. So I thought that would be nice, lightweight, especially if I've got a bit of an upset tummy with being bloated, then it's not going to be a problem. It's always a thing, isn't it, when you put a waistband on, you sort of fix to whatever that size that is. So if you feel a bit uncomfortable with it, then you might not want to wear it. So that's what I've done. Now in the waistband I have actually put quite a thick heavy duty sort of interfacing piece in there, just to give that waistband that rigidity, because this is such a lightweight material. I didn't want it to be crumpling up and having no support. One zip, not a big zip, and a button. And I've done quite a big overlap for the button. And I could have done it over the main part or made a bit fancy or had the zip start from the top there, but I decided this was the easiest way to go. So there we go. One skirt. And it's got a nice movement. I like it. It's a nice skirt and it fits quite well. I'm taking the time to do that. Now I did put a lining in it originally. Where's that lining material? Which is the same as the lining that was actually in it. You know, this is very lightweight material. And I lined it, only I couldn't get this to sit right. It just didn't sit well once I put it in. So in the end I just cut it out. I didn't even undo it, I just straight cut it out. Because of the way that I'd put it in, cutting it out was the easiest thing to do, so that's what I did. So there we go, one skirt from a dress. Then of course there's the top part of the garment. I could just wear it as a top and just hem this bit up as it is, but I wouldn't mind doing something to it, a bit of shaping. Now the trouble is that there is that lining that's in here that I've decided I don't really like, so I might have to take it apart and then put it back together with some with a bit of shaping and a bit of something in there. That's all I've got though. I haven't got any other material. With this I actually ended up only taking out a small piece, because what I did is to make the waistband, I actually undid the hem, which was actually huge, and cut the bottom off the bottom of the dress and made that into the hem, into the waistband, sorry. So that was quite good in saving material. So I've only lost really a tiny bit of material, not counting the lining. So yeah, I think the possibility is that's now going to have to come apart, and then I'll have to work out how I can put it back together to make something that's going to fit nicely. So on to the next item. So the next thing that I've actually made is another top, which is this one. It is the New Look 6708. Now I've just recently done this. Actually, I did this and then I got the mock-up and finished that off, so I've got it twice. But I decided to make it again because actually it's a really nice make. It's quite easy. Once I've done it once, twice, it's just really quite a straightforward top. So I enjoyed making it. So I thought I'd give it another go, because having made this skirt, the Simplicity 8133, remember that one? With the Croissant material, I had some of that material left over, and I thought if I make this top, then I'll have a top and a bottom that I can put together. Yeah, and it was really quite enjoyable, and it's come out really nicely. Well, I think it has. So yeah, let's have a look at my top and skirt combo. And here we are, a top and a bottom, and this is, like I say, this is the New Look 6708 top and the Simplicity 8133 wrap skirt. And I think they've come out really, really well. Really nice. They really do fit really well. They're just so comfortable. I don't know if it's the material or the way that it sits on me. I just find it so comfortable. Now, with doing this top, after doing the skirt I sort of planned out, had the material and went, I'm going to do it this way, and planned out and got the material out of it the way I wanted. And it's come out really, really nicely. You know, the pressed up there, the tie there, wraps over, fits really nicely on my waist. So when it came to doing the top, I thought, I want to use that material on the top. I had to be a bit creative with getting the material out, because it was very, very tight. Didn't have much material left at all, only a few scraggly bits left over at the end, but I managed to do it. Now, to do that, I had to shorten the sleeve even more than the short sleeve was already. So instead of putting the elastic in it, I just decided to put some bias tape around on it, which is bias tape made from the actual material, because you do that also for the neckline. Yeah, and it's come out really nice. So here you go, an altogether top and bottom combination. And yes, I know it's a busy material, but yeah, I like it. And with the pockets on the side seams, it's just very useful and very, very comfortable. It's just so comfortable. Just enjoy having this on because it's so nice. Yeah, one of my better makes, I think. Both of them, two really good makes. So there we go. I think all this practice is starting to come together as good skills. So what else have I actually been doing? Well, as far as actual makes go, I haven't really been making much else. So it's a case of, what am I planning on next? I suppose something from the board. So let's have a quick look at what I'm thinking of doing. So I think it is deciding what I'm going to do next from my list of things that I planned. So I got a couple of choices really. I was thinking of doing this one, which is like a jacket. It's a Kwik Sew 4029. And I quite like that. It's a really sort of simple looking jacket. If I get the line drawings in there. Well, I thought it was quite simple, but then when I actually looked at the instructions and had a look into what I've got to do, it does actually need lining. Now I'm planning to make it out of this, which is actually a curtain. It's a nice one. It feels quite a nice sort of medium to heavyweight cotton curtain. It says that it's 100% cotton, and this sort of almost like an oddly blush pink sort of look to it, which is really nice, and I think that would go really well to make this jacket. But I hadn't realised I've got to do a lining as well. Then I'm going to need to find some lining material for it. We'll definitely have to do a mock-up for this. So I think I will start this one, but again it's going to be a longer project than I thought it would be. So something that's maybe a bit quicker. I was thinking of doing New Look 6301, of which I have done before. I've made this previously, and I wanted to give it another go with some more stretchy material. Put myself out with all this stretchy stuff. I mean, it's not my forte, so I'm going to have fun with this. But the original time, the first time that I did this, it came out quite well, so I was quite inspired by it. So I think I'd like to do it again. And the material that I'd previously shown, that I'd selected, was this black stuff. And I don't know if this will show up very well. It's very stretchy, and it's got like this, almost like a fish scale pattern to it. So that's what I'm going to be using. No idea how that's going to come out, because this is quite a lightweight material compared to what I made it out of previously. So that's my, as it were, future things to make. That's that I want to do, not including other bits and pieces. You know, there's always something else I decide that I want to do, especially when you come into the sewing room. It's like, yeah, I don't fancy doing that today, I'll find something else, and you go off and do something completely different to what you'd actually planned. And that's how this came about, this top. And I thought I just wanted to finish up using this material, that it's sitting around forever, and come up with this brilliant outfit, which I'm really liking. I really do like this, despite the sort of overwhelming busyness of it. It's just so comfortable. I have to keep saying that. It's comfortable. Perhaps it's just this top, but it is a very, very wearable top. So what next? What have I actually been doing? Well, I have actually been doing a bit more sewing. Over the last few weeks, I've been making some shirts. Now, the consideration is that I want to maybe sell some stuff, make some things and sell them. You know, I can make stuff for myself all the time, but then I just end up with so much stuff, and I don't need to have all that much stuff in my wardrobe. So I was thinking, what if I made a few things? Would I be able to sell them? And that's about as far as I've got really with it. I've made a few things, and I'd like to sell them, but I don't know what platform. I'm not taking it that far yet. I haven't decided how I could sell them, what platform, what the process would be. All I know is that I've made a few shirts. I'll just open up and show them. And I've got nice folded, and they're all made from bedding, but it's not used. It's new bedding, but it was on discount, so it's like you know, the stuff that they're trying to get rid of. So it's all been done. I try to keep it as cost friendly as possible. There's this one, which is again busy. I always seem to be making these busy things. This one, to make it, I had to put a join on the back seam, but you'd hardly know that. Yeah. And then I've got this one, which I quite like. Bit different. And they've all got a pocket on. They've all got a pocket in that position. And then the last one is this nice sort of white one. Bit dangerous doing white, I know, but they're all quite lightweight, quite a lightweight material, being made from like duvet covers. But yeah, so I've made 4 shirts, but beyond that I haven't really thought about it. I have been looking at possible outlets, how you can sell stuff, how you can put it on the internet or have some sort of process for selling things, but it's not my main thing. It's not what I've been doing, so I don't really know about it. So I suppose I'll have to have a big look into that and get loads of information to find out what would be a suitable way of doing that. But at the moment I think at the moment I'll just keep making them until I work out what I can do with them. But hey, you never know. Perhaps you might be able to get hold of one at some point. Who knows? But there you go. So, several things made. Well, a couple of things made, I suppose. A couple of things to make that I'm considering, and some other things to look into. So yeah, all in all, a fairly productive week or two, and I think I've enjoyed doing it, especially doing this top and bottom. That's been really, really great. I've just so enjoyed making them, and again, I have to say it, they're really, really comfortable. So if you like my video, please do give it a like. It would really help if you could. And if you want to subscribe, then you'll be able to get notification of when other videos do come out. So you'll be able to watch them. So thank you very much for watching my video. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye.